Sirens are sounding. All right, thank you all very much. Good evening. I'm your local weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. A tornado warning has just now been issued for Peoria County, including the city of Peoria. Let's take a look at our radar. We've been waiting for this all day. These storms are indeed really starting to tighten up just to the west of Bartonville. Storm relative velocity is now showing that rotation just south of Bellevue. Again, strong rotation now seen near Bartonville, Bellevue, possible tornado developing. We are seeing strong rotation showing up with our rotation tracker. You need to seek shelter immediately if you are in the Peoria area. Areas included in this warning are, I'm going to read them off to you. We have Peoria, East Peoria, Morton, Washington, Germantown Hills, Spring Bay, View Gardens, Metamora, and Rome, all included within this tornado warning. Tornado warning is now in effect for Peoria County, Tazewell, and Woodford counties until 9:45 p.m. We are indicating strong rotation now near Bartonville, moving into downtown Peoria. Storm relative velocity is showing that rotation tightening just to the south and southwest of 474. This storm has really tightened up just alone in the last few minutes. We'll see if it continues, but it does have a pretty good looking healthy area of rotation. And within the rotation, you can kind of see a little bit of that kind of hook-like nature we are seeing with this. And it is unfortunately moving into the Peoria area. Again, tornado is now confirmed in Peoria. If you are in Peoria, seek shelter now. East Peoria, the same. Seek shelter now. The rotation is strongest immediately off to your... There it is. It is now moving over. It has passed 474. West Lincoln Avenue in West Peoria. Tornado rotation is there. It is now about, it is 2-3 miles to the southwest of downtown Peoria. Let me get you some streets here where we are seeing the strong rotation. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in West Peoria. Rotation moving in. It is probably going to follow that drive all the way up north towards Interstate 74. West Peoria, seek shelter. Tornado confirmed on the ground, moving into town. Going to bring up our shear rate, see if that, we are still seeing where that rotation is. Taking a look.
It's just out of range of our camera at the moment, it looks like.
I'll tell you what, I want the station, I want everybody in the control room to get back to the tornado shelter now. Everybody, we'll catch up. I need everybody in the building to get back to the tornado shelters, please. Again, storm is moving to the northeast, moving through Peoria. It is about to pass Interstate 74. Let me go ahead and give you an estimated time on this as it begins to move through the rest of Peoria out towards Germantown Hills. 9:05 Peoria, it is here. Germantown Hills 9:16, Spring Bay 9:17, Metamora 9:25, Casanova 9:30, Roanoke 9:38. It may be rain wrapped. You're not going to see it coming. Again, we have gotten reports of power flashes, but you need to get to shelter now. Well, a nice day in central Illinois so far. Great looking evening. That's probably not going to change much. It is going to be a warmer night, though, compared to some of our previous nights. Temperatures are now sitting in the 70s for most. Pontiac, once again, one of the cooler spots, 69. Bloomington normal, 71. And we see temperatures into the mid-70s further west. Our satellite and radar composite, high pressure doing its job at keeping skies clear. Showers and storms, meanwhile, are underway across the central and northern plains. We've got a new update on Tropical Storm Hannah. Still a tropical storm, but a strong one. The maximum sustained winds are now at 65 miles per hour. And if you look carefully, you can see we're starting to get a well-defined eye walls. The storm is now over some very favorable water. It has been fighting a lot of wind shear today, which is why it's taken a while to organize. But now we're starting to see the storm become more symmetrical. And when we see that, it means that the storm is beginning to intensify. And so the National Weather Service has sent out their hurricane hunters, and they've been doing their thing this evening, flying through the eye wall, the outer bands, and crossing through the center of the storm. Now notice, as the plane was flying through the center where the developing eye is. Notice the wind speeds were down to 2 miles per hour. But as soon as they got out of that center, you see the wind speeds ramping back up again. The flight level winds around 75 miles per hour, which, based on observations translating down to the surface, that's where they got that latest 65 mile per hour wind. As they sample the storm, they factor in some decrease in winds as it gets closer to the ground, and they're seeing that the storm, with satellite data, is indeed beginning to intensify. Now, it doesn't have a whole lot of real estate to intensify, but the water right there is very warm, and as the wind shear continues to drop off, that's perfect ingredients for this storm to intensify. The official forecast brings it up to a Category 1 storm prior to landfall tomorrow. There is a window of opportunity, though, for this thing to make landfall possibly as a Category 2 or stronger. So this thing certainly has the potential to intensify before it makes landfall and then goes on to produce quite a bit of rain and a lot of wind in South Texas. Tropics across the Pacific in the meantime. We're keeping an eye on Hurricane Douglas. There's Hawaii, by the way, and Douglas is barreling towards it. Now, it is a Category 3 storm, but it is expected to continue to weaken over the next couple of days. And by the time it drifts on by Hawaii, whether it makes a landfall or not, it's going to do so as a hurricane, a weak one, before it becomes a tropical storm again, passing on by the western part of the island state. So just keep an eye on that. If you have friends or family in Hawaii, friends or family in Texas, give them a ring, give them a heads up, make sure they're checking in on them, make sure they're doing okay this weekend. Satellite radar for home. Again, things remain quiet. That's not going to change a whole lot, so at least we don't have much to worry about locally, unless you're not a fan of heat. The temperatures are going to start warming up with southerly winds building in. That'll send temperatures back into the 90s with the heat index closing in on the triple digits. But tonight will be nice. Low to mid 60s, milder temperatures in areas like Peoria down to 67. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies tomorrow with a high temperature in the low 90s. And as I mentioned earlier, the heat index, it's going to be on fire, 100 degrees. 103 for a heat index on Sunday, and then the relief begins to move in the form of a cold front. And that front will be off to our northwest Sunday afternoon, pushes in Sunday night through Monday, bringing with it perhaps the best chance of rain for the upcoming week. It's not looking like a super soaker, but the potential is there for about a ½ inch of rainfall or so. Welcome back. Hope you're finding ways to stay warm this evening. It has been a very chilly one. Skies remain overcast. Nice view on the Brave Law Center camera, looking back towards downtown Peoria from East Peoria. Temps low 40s along Interstate 55. Peoria included within that, 41 degrees here. We've got upper 30s in Lakin, LaSalle, Peru, and then mid 30s where temperatures have been holding fairly steady out to our west near Galesburg. Skies are overcast. There have been a few spotty showers, pockets of drizzle, but even that is now starting to move out. But the cloud cover is going to remain tonight and stick with us into tomorrow. Meanwhile, there is another storm system developing out of the northern Rockies. That will be sliding into the upper Midwest as we get into tomorrow, which means parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin are going to be picking up some measurable snow. You can see how that system really starts to ramp up tomorrow. Parts of Minneapolis could see several inches of accumulation through tomorrow afternoon. For us, our next chance of any rain will come tomorrow late afternoon and early evening, and temperatures might even warm up a little bit in the process. So here's how things are looking tonight. Cloudy skies, winds blowing out of the northeast very lightly, 5 to 10. At times 15 miles per hour in areas like Bloomington. Lows tonight, we're headed for the upper 30s, where I think temps are going to start to hold fairly steady from here on out. But 37 in Peoria, low to mid 30s out west, and upper 30s along Interstate 55. As we go out throughout tomorrow, skies likely to remain overcast. Probably not much hope for pockets of sunshine. We will have a chance, though, for some late day rain showers. And the wind, while not strong, will shift to more of a southeasterly direction, which I think could help push temperatures back closer to 60 in areas like Bloomington, Pontiac 59, 58, LaSalle, Peru, Peoria. We'll be looking at some mid-50s as you get out into Galesburg. Let's pick this up Wednesday morning. I think Wednesday morning looking pretty dry. We'll actually even perhaps see a few pockets of sun out there, but that all changes with more cloud cover and scattered showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms coming in late Wednesday afternoon and evening. This is going to be scattered, so not everybody will see it. The better chances of rain, especially the heavier stuff, is going to stay up to our north and west, but could end up clipping parts of Interstate 80 before it is shoved north into Wisconsin heading into Thursday morning. Weather pattern remains very unsettled, however. We've got a warm front coming in Thursday. That is going to send temperatures up close, if not over 80 degrees Thursday afternoon. That'll also be aided by a brisk southerly breeze. Cold front then starts to approach from the west as we get into Friday morning. I think it'll be just approaching the Illinois River by 6 a.m. Scattered showers and storms develop behind the front, and then we'll be back to some cool weather for the weekend. Take a look at Friday's temperature forecast. Notice 6 a.m. Friday morning, Temperatures in the upper 60s are warm on Friday. Our official highs will be set early in the day. By mid to late afternoon, we're likely to be in the 40s and holding steady.